Hey guys, so you're going to start off with a fresh bare face. Mine's already been cleaned, I have nothing on. Now I'm going to grab my Lancome Le Base primer and I'm going to apply that all over my face just to prime before we use foundation. Now I'm going to grab my new Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick. I'm in the shade 130 Buff Beige. Now this is my first time ever trying this product. I opened it today as I was filming this video. My feelings for it are kind of mixed, but you'll kind of see my reaction once I put it on. It's actually very creamy. It's a lot creamier, which is why I just did that face. It's a lot creamier than I thought it would be. And it feels really nice and soft on your skin. So far so good. Just apply that all over your face. Now I believe that the website says that you should use your fingers to blend it in. I'm not really into using my fingers when it comes to stuff on my face. I rather use a brush. So I use my Real Techniques stippling brush, or no, not the stippling brush, this is a buffing brush, sorry. And I use that to blend it all into my skin. So now I'm going to go ahead and move to highlighting. I'm going to take my Maybelline Insta Age Rewind and apply that all underneath my eye area. This is a brand new one, so I had to twist for like 5 minutes before the product finally came out. Since I am a little bit tanner because of the summertime, this shade that I'm using right here is a little bit too light for my own liking. I would definitely go with something a little bit darker, but still light enough to highlight. That's just my personal preference, but for this video, I just went ahead and used it anyway because that's the only color that I had. So right on top of the Insta Age Rewind, I'm going to grab my Maybelline Dream Lumi highlighting pen, and I'm just going to put that right on top of it because it's a lot creamier and it'll be a lot easier for me to blend out. So now to blend down my under eye area, I'm going to grab my new brush from Crown Brushes. It's just a pointed, small, precise brush that I'm going to use to blend both of the products together. Now to blend everything in so that it matches with my foundation, I'm just going to grab my beauty sponge. It's already damp, so I'm just going to dab that on all the way until everything has been blended out and there are no harsh lines. So now I'm going to grab my BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush palette, and I'm just going to mix the white powder and the translucent powder together to set my under eye area. And now to set my foundation and everything else, I'm just going to use my L'Oreal True Match powder, and this is in the shade W5. I'm just going to grab a big round fluffy brush. This doesn't have a name or a number or anything, but I know that I got it from Crown Brushes. Now to bronze and contour my face, I'm going to take my NYX matte bronzer and I'm just going to use an e.l.f. angled blush brush to apply this on my face. The foundation color that I ended up getting was a little bit too light for my skin tone, so I'm going to apply this bronzer on certain areas to kind of make my face a little bit darker so that it matches with the rest of my body. Now I'm gonna grab my Victoria's Secret bronzer, and this is just in the color Light. There is no other name for it, but I'm gonna use another crown brush to kind of blend out the previous bronzer that I used so that it makes the perfect shade for me, my face, my skin, and all that good stuff. Now it's time for blush. I'm going to use these two blushes by e.l.f. Cosmetics. The first one that I'm going to use is Tickled Pink, and it's one of my favorites. As you can see, I've already hit pan. Don't excuse me, throughout the video I was listening to like super old school pop music, and I was definitely in my zone, so don't mind me. I'm acting a fool. Now the second color that I'm using is called Pink Passion. It's very, very bright and really pigmented, so a little bit does go a long way. I'm only going to use a very tiny amount on the apples of my cheeks because I wanted those to have a lot of color. Now I'm using this Coastal Scents stippling brush just to blend everything all together. This doesn't have a name, or I'm sorry, a number or anything, but it's just a really big, fluffy stippling brush. And now it's time to do eyebrows. I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Duo brush. It has a spoolie on one side and a small angle brush on the other. I'm going to take the spoolie side to brush my eyebrow hair in place. And now I'm going to grab my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in the color Coffee, and I'm going to use this to outline the top and bottom of my eyebrows. I'm using a no-name brand angled eyeliner brush to apply the gel eyeliner to the bottom of my eyebrows. And I'm going to be doing this in short strokes so that I don't mess up. But either way, I mess up just like I did there. I mess up a lot. So don't worry if you mess up. Just wipe it off and keep going. Practice makes perfect. That's for sure. Anyways, I'm just going to be using whatever's left on the brush to use that towards the front side of my brows. Now I'm going to dip my brush back in there, get a little bit more product, and continue doing the top of the brow and the tail. Even though I did use some of the cream gel eyeliner or whatever to shade in my eyebrows, I'm still going to apply a little bit of powder just because there are some parts that you guys can't see but I can, and I just wanted to fill it in a little bit more. So I'm using Kelly Baker Brows brow powder in the color ash brown to fill in any gaps that I might have missed during the previous step. So with the same Anastasia brush, I'm going to use the spoolie part to kind of blend out the very front parts of the eyebrow because I want that to be the complete lightest part of the brow. So I'm just going to keep flicking it in the direction of the hair and lightly and gently blending the harsh lines so I can form a gradient effect. Ta-da! Now I'm going to clean up any of the areas that I might have missed or kind of gone outside of the line, if you may say so. I'm just going to grab a very small concealer brush and my Urban Decay 24/7 Stay concealer pencil. I love this pencil. It's so creamy and it's very full coverage. So I'm going to dab a little bit of that with the brush, and I'm going to just start outlining the bottom of my brow. And this is a really good way so that if you mess up, you can just easily kind of erase it. And this is also called carving the brow, which is going to give you a much more perfect shape for your brow. It's going to look a lot cleaner. It's going to make your eyebrows pop. So I'm going to grab the Sephora concealer brush just to blend out the concealer that I already applied. I will use my fingers at times to blend it out, but for this video I decided to use an actual brush. So I'm just going to lightly and gently just blend the concealer downwards and make sure that it's no harsh lines left. So now the very last and final step for my eyebrows is just to set everything in place. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in the color Brunette. And what I really like about this gel is that not only does it keep all my hairs in place, but it also lightens my eyebrows a little bit more. So I definitely like that. You can definitely see the difference between my left eyebrow and my right one that doesn't have anything on.